I think I know what the answer to the question is, but I'll ask it anyway. The most important story that you've been covering on OTL is what?
Oh, my gosh. Over the years, and I mean, we were in the year 2000 beginning to report on brain injuries and its impact on athletes and concussions and issues. I think I can't say one. I can say certainly that has been a hallmark. I think we've led the way. I think, from the year 2000, I can point back to then, the straight line of important reporting there on leagues and athletes and just the science. I also think the area of hazing. We've done some very important work.
How about recently then? Just this past year.
Recently, I'm very proud of what all of ESPN has done and the various platforms, and we've tried to include everybody in it in the reporting on the social activism and the issues facing the National Football League. And what the so-called, and they're not anthem protests, they're protests during the anthem, they're gestures. I know the people, the Players Coalition feel strongly that term misstates what they're trying to say. But I will put what we've been able to report and the parties we've reported to, the analysis, the questions we raised up against anybody's reporting in that area, including the fissures in the players' area, the challenges facing Roger Goodell and the owners, and down to what's going to happen later this month in May at the owners' meeting. Are we going to have a balkanization of different rules in the league? That's an important question because it's an emotional question. It involves the anthem. It involves football, which matters to so many people, and it involves politics down to the White House.
So where do things stand with your outside the lines reporting with Michigan State and Dr. Larry Nassar?
Well, yeah. I mean, Rich, we've been on that story. John Barr has led much of the reporting for over a year on the issue of sexual abuse and Nassar's role in that, as well as a report that last fall on Michigan State's administration and their demonstrated history of concern or lack thereof towards sexual assault allegations involving athletes. And those two stories started to coalesce late last year. And I honestly believe when we look back in another 10, 15, 20 years, and not just what OTL and E60 have reported or SportsCenter, but what all the sports entities have looked at, the issues that have been on the table, I think the Larry Nassar story, he will have a unique place in hell. And this story will have a unique place in our culture. It may actually outshine the equally important in the here and now Me Too movement. I mean, what Nassar did is just, it's beyond words, beyond words.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.